Hello there, everyone. I haven't been live in a few days, so I decided to go ahead and go live because I got some other things I got to do. So I'm going to try to stay on for about an hour if you all don't mind. I don't think y'all mind. Hey, the Black Barbie. How are you? How is everybody? Y'all know I get up working, right? I've been up working early. I see this SUV that I wanted to buy, and I was gonna buy it too. It was used. It's nice, um, but it's got too many miles on it. I was gonna get a deal on it, but it's got too many miles on it. I'm not buying a vehicle that's got 63,000 miles on it. It's beautiful though. It's got red leather seats. People buy cars for the look. I'm not buying a car. They done drove it. As my dad would say, they done drove the hell out that car. It's been kept up, but I'm not buying a car that's got 63,000 miles on it. Hey, Chocolate. Hey, Dub JJ. People buy cars because they look nice on the outside and they already got 100,000 miles on them. That's highway robbery. And they're paying almost like retail the price, the full price of it. Mm-mm. A guy I know, his dad passed away and he's selling his vehicle and it's beautiful. I'm telling you, it is beautiful. And then the model is not late enough for me. It's nice though. I want to talk about did the guards know about Jeffrey Epstein? Um, I did. Thank you so much. The Black Barbie, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it so much. The Fruki Bar was supposed to spend the night with me this weekend, but at the last minute, I had something else going on. I call it the Fruki Bar. And but she's gonna spend, I told her mama next weekend I'm gonna let her spend the whole weekend with me. Friday, Saturday, but she got to go on Sunday. Okay, she got to go. Um, it says that Dwight Howard's wife exposes him, and do police know what happened to Big Jook? I want to revisit that Big Jook and CEO teaser stuff. I want to revisit that and talk about that. But hey, positive vibes. I found this interesting with this Jeffrey Epstein situation. A lot of investigative stuff is going on in the background as it relates to that, as it relates to his death. Because you think about it, like I'm sure Jeffrey Epstein was in solitary confinement, which means that they don't have sheets and stuff in those cells because that is like a high sewer to the side type, because of their mental state, high profile. They just have sewer to the side risk. We can't say the word on here, so I have to say sewer to the side. Um, and so I don't know, that was always really iffy to me anyways. We already know that he had the dirt on a lot of people. Those files and stuff are coming out anyways. Even though the files and stuff are out, it's way more damaging still when the person is alive to speak about it. Okay. I'm sure there's so much more that they still don't, that he could have talked about. Um, so I mean, they definitely got him out the way. Okay. Um, and of course, they always have staff within a penal facility to help them. You know what's so sad? And it's sad to do it anyway, because even though this man, was accused of all of this heinous stuff, I find it so sad when, we have people from our community to participate in stuff and get their lives messed up for a bunch of damn crumbs. Okay. Now Dwight Howard is back in the news. I'm sure everybody has seen his wife on social media going crazy. Dwight Howard is is twisted. Okay. He's twisted. And I think his baby's mother tried to tell everybody about that, to the point where I do believe that when there are like mental illness travels, I'm talking about genetically. Hey, Miss Brenda, I'm talking about genetically. It seems like to me it has passed on down to his one of his sons. Okay, and do police know what happened to Big Juke and CEO Teasy? I tend to believe that they do know. Okay, I tend to believe that they do know. And we're gonna talk about that. Y'all want to talk about? We'll talk about Teasy and Jug last, right? And I was going to tell y'all why I believe that they do know. And I'm gonna talk about that. I was talking to somebody. I'm almost sure they know, uh, or feel like they know. But anyways, you guys, they're saying in the news, okay, Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, now I'm getting ready. I ain't trying to get no. Okay, anyways, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say I ain't trying to put the police no pressure on the police to do nothing. I can't put no pressure on them. My word means nothing. Hell, they already they might think they know. Just going, it might be going in the wrong direction. Who knows? With Jook, not with Teasy. Anyways, we're gonna talk about that. It says Epstein prison guard Googled him minutes before his body was found and made mysterious deposit before PETA to the files, sewer to the side. The DOJ says, you all, they are definitely looking into this more, okay, as it relates to this Epstein's unaliving. Let's see if this is okay. It says a orange shape was spotted on surveillance footage near Jeffrey Epstein's prison cell on the final night of his unaliving. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so that's an orange cell. So an orange jumpsuit, that would mean that is another, that would be another prisoner. That would be another prisoner, right? And no other prisoners was more than likely, especially he would be high profile, is supposed to be going around his cell, okay? How would the prisoner, somebody had to have let him out to let him go do it, go around his cell, right? But let's continue on. It says about about 3 hours earlier, Epstein was seen for the first time being led in the same direction where the mysterious orange shape would be seen. Okay, so this would be Epstein. Okay, right here. Now, forensic experts are questioning the government's explanation of the mysterious object moving up the stairs to Epstein's cell block. It says, which happened around 10:40 p.m. the night before the 66-year-old convicted sex trafficker was found hanged. Based on limited video, is more likely a person in an orange uniform. Connor McCourt, a retired MPD sergeant and forensic video expert, told CBS. The possibility that the orange figure could have been a jumpsuit clad inmate wasn't the only problem with the Justice Department official review that experts uncovered rather. While the FBI claims surveillance cameras would have captured anyone entering or exiting the area, that went too fast. The cell is completely out of view. To say that there is no way that someone could go to that, to wait a minute. To say that there's no way that someone could get to that, the stairs up to his room without being seen, as false video forensic experts say. The footage also appears to be a screen recording rather than raw video, as evidenced by a cursor. And the video skipped ahead a full minute just before midnight, and its aspect ratio is moved. Now I want to move fast. The Office of the Inspector Generals responded to the theories raised by CBS, stating they have not modified changed their conclusion that Epstein hung himself. Okay, now this is him right here. Hold on, y'all. It says, when the DOJ confirmed there was no evidence, he was unalived in his lockup, despite years of conspiracy theories claiming otherwise. The DOJ department and FBI also said via the investigation that Epstein didn't have it says President Trump has since urged Americans to stop wasting time and energy on the disgraced financier. Yeah, financier. That's how a lot of people say it. Y'all excuse me. Now, it seemed like to me this is starting to kick back up again, especially since the war happened. Especially since the I guess we could is it World War III? Since the war has gotten started, people are starting to bring up Epstein again, because they're saying that Trump is doing this, started this war as a distraction, allegedly. Okay. We don't really know why we're in war. Okay, we don't really know why. And hey, so a lot of people are throwing a lot of stuff out there. I think it would be good to know why. I'm sure it couldn't be um I don't think whatever it was, it couldn't have been worth it. It says one of Jeffrey Epstein's prison guards Googled the sex predator minutes before he was found unalive, and also made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit 10 days before the predator's jail cell. Sewer to the side. New Department of Justice documents revealed Tova Noel was one of the two Metropolitan Correctional Center workers accused of falsifying records to say they checked on Epstein throughout the night before his August 10th sewer to the side. The guards were fired, but criminal charges against them were dropped. Noel Googled last on Epstein in jail at 5:42 a.m. and then again at 5:52 a.m., less than 40 minutes before her colleague, correctional officer Michael Thomas, found the disgraced financier dead in his cell by hanging at 6:30 a.m., according to an FBI record of Noel's internet search history that night. Earlier that shift, Noel 37 shopped for furniture online and snoozed on the job instead of making a mandated check of the Bureau of Prisons desktop computers of Noel and Thomas. It was the only search highlighted. When questioned during her sworn statement to the DOJ in 2021, Noel denied Googling Epstein. I don't remember doing that, she claimed, according to a transcript. She said FBI records were not accurate. I don't recall looking him up. Noel, who has since been sued in Westchester County Supreme Court for alleged assault at her new job as a medical office assistant at Montefiore Epstein Advanced Care, also claimed to investigators that everyone in the Manhattan federal lockup failed to do rounds and falsified records about it. She says, I've never worked in the special housing unit and actually done rounds every 30 minutes, she told investigators. Meanwhile, Chase Bank flagged cash deposits in Noel's bank account in a suspicious activity report to the FBI November 19th. Another file from the DOJ revealed a total of 12 deposits began in April of 2018, the bank said, and accumulated in the largest deposit for $5,000 culminated. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, that's the paperwork right there. It says the files only contain Noel's bank records beginning in December of 2018. They show 7 cash deposits totaling $11,880. Noel started working at the special housing unit where Epstein had been held beginning July 7, 2019, just weeks before his unaliving. Noel, who drove a $62,000 2019 Land Range Rover, wasn't asked about the cash during her DOJ interview. An internal FBI briefing also released in the DOJ files reveals the agency thought Noel was likely the mysterious orange shape in a blurry surveillance video near Epstein's here. The agency wrote Epstein apparently hanged himself with strips of orange clothing. Okay. Y'all, that don't sound right. They're saying that he had to have, because he had to have hung himself with the orange clothing. How you have to cut that up to make it? You would have. I mean, how would he have done it? I'm sure he didn't have access, or he wasn't supposed to have access to like scissors or um, a knife or anything like that. So, I mean, how would he have been able to cut it into strips so he could put it around his neck to make it long enough so he could put it around his neck and hang himself? Okay. The original 2023 Inspector General report said it was unidentified correctional officers making the recently released FBI document the first time a name was publicly put to the mysterious shape. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Okay. Now, you have other people saying on Instagram that the COs, in particular, that particular CO received millions of dollars. Now, we already know that Epstein was a high profile inmate. Okay. He could have caused, and he is causing a lot of people a lot of trouble. All right. Now they fired these women because it was several of them, right? But they were never charged. Okay. They were never charged. They was able to go on and get other jobs. Okay. Like I said, you have some people on Instagram saying that these guards were paid millions of dollars from about Epstein. It's about something. I don't, because I think Trump is too stupid to care about anything as it relates to Epstein. I don't think he cares at all. You know, this is his last term. He can't run anymore. He's already rich. He's he's definitely sitting in the bully pulpit right now. So, he nobody dares, they see how revengeful he is. No one dares to go after him for anything at this point. So why would he need a distraction when he does not care about what you or I or anyone else thinks? Okay, he does not care at all. um but I mean, but he could definitely ruin a lot of other people's lives. I think this Epstein situation is really I think that this Epstein situation is really unique. Um, it's interesting, but to see them kicking everything back up as it relates to him, that's interesting within itself. Okay, um, you know, this puffy thing, maybe it was indirectly related. I'm sure a lot of them are in it, in those files. I see now that they're really wanting to try to go after Jay-Z. Now, I will say this. I believe that with Jay-Z, it's kind of hard to get to Jay-Z. He's still protected to a degree because of his wife. Okay. Beyonce makes the industry a lot of money. She makes the industry a lot of money. So it's hard to kind of it's kind of hard to get around her. I think at this point, they are, I mean, they're ruining his name, of course, because there was a time you know, when you when you're really in with the elites, undefeated. Okay. But even still, they would buy up the big vloggers. They're not protecting Jay-Z like that anymore. And in this industry, your name is everything. Your name, your reputation. And I think his reputation has been diminished. Okay. It has kind of been destroyed to a degree. Cause I mean, he ain't just looked at as just Hove anymore. Now, even when you see him in video, he has really just been reduced to Beyonce's house husband. Okay. Because she's the one that's out working. And hey, I'm not saying that he does not have any money, but I mean, you could tell that she right now is the money machine. She brings in the power brokers that probably want to take him down. She's given him, she's bought some time for him because I think they're gonna get him anyways. When you start hearing big medias release things about you and say bad things about you in this industry, when we start seeing how the media, we used to couldn't get the media to say anything bad about Puffy. They wouldn't do it. People from years ago was trying to expose Puffy, but Puffy had the media in his back pocket, right? And so when we started seeing these last couple years, when they started telling we saw all of these big media platforms exposing things about Puffy, letting his opposition come on and expose him, we knew that the writing was on the wall, that he had pissed off some of the wrong people and the elites was coming for him. Okay, we knew that the elites was going to come for him. And, and, and um, that's exactly what happened. Okay. Beyonce. Okay. As long as he stays married to Beyonce, okay, her in her youthfulness, because she still got some youthfulness, and we see that they're making their daughter a star. People tend to be very fascinated with Blue. I think that's a good strategic thing, so she might buy him some more time. Okay. And when Blue gets a look, because we know Jay-Z about 60, so he probably got about a good 15 more years. Okay. Because what did God say he gives? Oh no, he might have a good 10 years. Because what the guy says he gives, what, 3 quarters? Am I saying that right? Is it three quarters? Is 75 cents though, right? Some people say 70 years, 75 years. After that, you living on grace. Okay. He looks real bad. Now, he looks real bad. Them dreads and stuff look real heavy on his head and stuff. And so he needs to cut them off, right? But I mean, I don't have no issues with the guy. We wish him the best. We know that he has been just as bad as Puffy. But what him and Beyonce did do, they did get a lot of the people to sign their NDAs. Puffy was too stupid, okay, and arrogant. Anyways, that stuff with Epstein is very. Epstein had dirt on everyone. He kept email. Yeah, he kept it. And see, that's what they do. That's what the media does. They hurry up and start when they start giving you money and stuff. They're gonna make you a star. They immediately start getting dirt on you. You know, um, hey, that's their collateral. That is their collateral. So um to make sure that you don't get out of line, to make sure that you don't get out of line. Hey, Edward Potts. Angel says, hit the like button. You all hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. But hey, you could just tell the way they constantly talking about the media, and I see like big name vloggers, constantly talking about bringing up Jay-Z name. I don't know what Jay-Z done did. Okay, I don't know what he did, but maybe they say he's always borrowing money. Listen to Tasha K, because she gets the tea on that. Okay, about all the money um that he tends to borrow now. I know a lot of celebrities, they keep their good money and they borrow money, and just pay it back. But I hear Jay-Z borrows quite a bit. We see his wife tour all the time, to constantly make money. You already know when they live the type of lifestyles that they live, they have to constantly earn money. Their taxes are different, their lifestyles are different. They have to constantly earn money to make sure that they're paying a lot of this money back because they borrow this money. They do. But anyways, like I said, it's definitely going to be interesting when it all comes out. They're saying that a lot of women are in these. Let me tell y'all something, and I don't want to get too deep, because I know when I start getting real, real deep, because y'all, this stuff, right? Stuff like this, as it relates to Epstein, and when they talking about what they was doing to children, and that MK Ultra stuff, like that is right down my alley. And um that is not being rude. I mean, that is not being um a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. That stuff is true. That stuff is true. Let me tell you something. When I was in the private sector, I I had a guy to reach out to me. I forget what he reached out to me about, but then he ended up, it must have been about his girlfriend. And I found it real weird because he kept calling and kept calling. And I started to, and this was like 2 years ago. He kept calling and he started talking about how his girlfriend had gone to school, had gone to like a school, as a white guy over in London. And he was like, I want to get my girlfriend to call you back. Um, he was like, she went to a some type of boarding school or something in London, and he wanted to expose. That's what it was, because I told him I had a TV show and I talked about a lot of that stuff, and he wanted to expose what had happened to his girlfriend. This was a white guy. They had money too, but I mean, he had his girlfriend to call me, and she kind of went into some stuff about um some stuff that had happened to her when she was going to school in London, and some stuff with the King Charles and all of them. And I don't think they were lying. I just got weirded out by it. Honestly, I don't think they were lying or anything, because y'all know I looks people up. When they call me, I look them up. And if they call me from one of them dummy numbers, I'm gonna look that up too. I'm gonna keep tapping until we figure out okay. And so but they actually had some money. They did. So when I started looking into it, I was like, dog, like they it they was telling some truth. It was just that what they wanted me to do some things, and they was willing to pay. I just wasn't willing to. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So that stuff is definitely real. And you think about, you just think about how would people in Memphis, I mean, I could do it, but I just didn't want to get that involved in that. Okay, I didn't. Even though I just didn't want to. Like, it was a whole lot of freaky stuff that had happened. And before people say, well, how would she know anything about the print, like what's their name, like King Charles and all of them? I forget what they're called. The royal family. Remember, um Prince, those boys, his sons. Remember when they blocked off the airport in Memphis because they came to Memphis to their best friend's wedding? Their best friend lives in Memphis. See, it's a lot of loan money in Memphis. And they blocked off the airport and all of that because um as a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up. What was the name of what's King Prince Charles' kid's name? Shit, I can't even think of their names. My brain done went blank like that. I get thinking about some of that stuff that girl told me. I tried to forget that stuff. It made my brain go blank thinking about when that girl and that boy that they were calling me and they had money. I'm not gonna even say I know they had money. I looked them up. Their family had money. I couldn't get involved in that. What's their name? Prince Charles and William and Harry. Okay, I'm getting ready to show you. That threw me off again. I ain't gonna even think about that no more shit. Um, y'all, I'm telling y'all something. I'm getting ready to tell y'all something right now. They came to Memphis in 2014 to attend a wedding of their close friend nightclub owner Guy Pelly and American Hotel heiress Elizabeth Wilson. They live right here in Memphis. They do. So it's a lot of long money in Memphis. It is. So that's why y'all see a lot of these cuckabug heads. You know, Memphis is a majority African American city. Memphis and Shelby County is about 76% black, as I've been saying for about 14, 15 years since I've been on TV and on here. There's no way in the world that black people should be suffering in Memphis when you got black people that come from out of these hoods that should be able to identify with people, right? But instead, because there's a lot of loan money, see, loan money is real quiet. That new money, it ain't. Okay, that new money is loud and it's short. Okay, it's short. That long money is real quiet, and so you got a lot of old money in Memphis, and it's long. Okay, and when you see them out, you're not gonna see them in a Bentley. They're not gonna go and waste their money on anything like that. Okay, they'll go get them a nice Acura truck or something like that. Um, yeah, but I mean, but you're not gonna know where they live because they're gonna have a house built, a mansion built back off in the woods somewhere, and they're gonna walk around in Walmart shoes and Walmart shirts and stuff like that. Okay, they're gonna go and they like those ducky shirts or something like that, but they're not gonna go and pay $300 or $400 for some damn Ralph Lauren pants and be broke as a joke. Okay, so, but we like to do that. Look at my polo. I was looking at a dude talking about he had on some $1,200 Giuseppe shoes, tennis shoes. I almost said something, but the Holy Ghost is really dealing with me. Okay. You live you live in Tulane, basically. You live in Tulane. So why you gonna go stepping up in Tulane with some Giuseppe shoes on? Okay. You get a little money and you just so you can get on social media and talk about your Giuseppe shoes living in Tulane. Okay. But y'all know we already know that's a pro black person's mindset, right? We're gonna keep going because I don't want to get upset. Anyways, moving right along. So but anyways, let's get back to what I was saying because y'all know I get distracted because y'all know I have to control myself because I'm trying to do things differently. Y'all know I goes in, but I don't want to go in no more. I don't want to go in. Y'all help me. Y'all help me. Y'all be a positive role model to me. Help me not to go in. Okay. And so, anyways, and so but you would think that the black politicians, so what the black politicians do, they identify, okay, who these persons are with the loan money, and they go to them and ask them, will you donate to my campaign? So that's why I say to you all, Memphians, y'all share my vlog because I'm going to run for office, okay? And so when I run for office, I'm gonna need everybody to donate to me. I need the people. I don't care if you're in Memphis or not. I need everybody. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna put up something when I run for y'all to donate. I'm gonna need everybody to donate me $10. I'm gonna need like, because we're gonna need some signs. We get ready to see. I'm gonna get ready to show. And then y'all got to stand behind me now. And y'all gonna have to stand behind me because I'm getting ready to make some things right. You got to have somebody that's brought to you, that's for the people, that's brought to you by the people. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to keep getting the same jacked up politicians that you've been getting because they already bought and paid for it. Okay? Oh, hell no. Wait a minute. So I tell you what, no, the spirit of the Lord just told me to take that. I'm gonna need all y'all when I run to give me $100. Okay, God says act big, not small. And so I'm gonna need a 1,000 of y'all to give me $100. Well, no, it ain't gotta be 1,000 because I don't want no. I mean, the more money in the campaign, the better. But when you start getting that much campaign money, the feds, I don't want. Listen, we just need enough for signs, for a push pin, to start sending out. I need people to start coming and joining my campaign. We'll need all of that. Okay. So I'm gonna need $100 from 500 people would be good. I think $50,000 for a campaign. Therefore, we can go out into the hoods and stuff and have, I ain't gonna give away my ideas because folks be looking at my stuff. I got this idea. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm telling y'all, these Memphians is something else. I'm not talking about the everyday people, but Diane said that's right. Diane gonna bring her food truck. Oh Lord, I ain't gonna give my ideas away. But Diane already know what her role is, okay? And her husband has gonna bring his famous. He gonna bless the hoods with. I'm gonna let y'all know that. I'm gonna let y'all know because then if I start putting my ideas out there, okay, we'll have people reaching out to Diane, talking about Diane. Can y'all come and do that for me? Diane is mine. Okay, that is my sister, and she is going to do it for me. Okay. And we're going to do it for the hoods. But we're not, all these copycat politicians that don't do anything for their community, we get ready to show them how it is supposed to be done when I run. Okay. We're going to show them how it's supposed to be done when I run. That even rhymes. Okay. And we're going to restore the city of Memphis because let me tell y'all what happens. What they do is they go to all of these power brokers with this long money, okay? And they say, will you donate to my campaign? Okay, because then they're able to get more signs, to be more visible, buy TV advertisement, buy signs. That's why you see them all up. And people normally vote for who they see, okay? People normally vote for who they see, okay? And so, anyways, so they go and you see all these people, they have $2 and $3 and $4 and $500,000 in their campaign, but they get it from the power brokers, the rich people. So if they are paying for them to get into office, who do you all think who you all think they're gonna be loyal to when they get in office? Sure, not the poor people that need them to be loyal to them. Let me tell y'all something. One of the reasons why people say you really like go and you do too much. Like you go and you get training and this, you get certified in this, and that. I want to always have an avenue where I can make me some money. You know why? I refuse to sell out. I refuse to be bought and paid for. I already know that I was put here for service. Okay. My dad was an elected official, and at some point I'm going to be one too. Okay. I just got to get my mind right, but I refuse to be a sold out elected official. I refuse to be. And in order for you not to be one, what you got to do is the people got to put you in. You got to get your money from the people. Will you donate to me? Will you donate to me? Will you donate $50? You got to go out see, a lot of times people they want people to work for them, but they don't want to give no money. If you give $1, Man, look, I'm gonna get $5 a week for Tamara to get up in here, donate to her campaign so that I can pay for my campaign workers, or come and work for me, come and volunteer at the polls. It's good to volunteer anyways. You know why? Because you get to meet other people. That's how you network. Okay? That's how you network. You go and you do service for a good campaign, which be me, somebody that is going to make sure that I restore hope in the people. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. I was thinking about I was going to run for school board. I had gotten out, me and Vanessa. Shout out to Vanessa. We had gotten out, and I don't like to tell my strategies because I'm always boots on the ground. Yeah, I had gotten people motivated. I know how to motivate people. I do. I had gotten them motivated. I'm gonna tell y'all what they did. I had gotten them motivated. All you need is 25 signatures to run, right? We got out. We had like almost 100 signatures. It was getting folks motivated. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and that. I'm not gonna tell everything. I had contacted some people. We was really get ready to go into the hoods and restore some shit. Okay, get the people. Yeah, we was gonna get them registered to vote, and I was taking some more people that are in office to help the people. I'm not, like I said, I'm still gonna do it. I just ain't gonna be able to do it this time. And I feel like God did this for a reason. Now I see how dirty they are. Okay. They already knew I was gonna win. I already got the TV show. I've already been around for a long time, right? Believe it or not, folks had already started sending me money because I was getting on here. I was talking about it on social media. I had sent out messages on my social media. I was sent to certain people. I was like, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna need your support. I sent them their money back. Let me tell y'all what they did. So I went and turned my petition in, and they waited until 30 minutes before they was getting ready to start taking the petitions. And they was like, these people that signed your petition, was like, you're not qualified. I said, why not? The people that sign your petition are either not registered to vote, or they're not in there. They might be living in your district, but they are not registered in your district. I said, we got almost 100 signatures. You're trying to tell me 25 people? I said, how many? I said, well, then I said, that don't even sound right. I said, well, how many people are you saying is not registered? Really, none of them are registered. But it's about 5 or 6 people that are, and that's on it. Just totally lied because they already know I was gonna win. I was gonna win because I know how to get out and talk to people, right? And I was ready to restore some stuff. I ain't worried about it doing it make me mad. I just see now how the game is played because they want to keep their people in that's bought and paid for. I mean, when you put your name on the list, you guys, they already start watching you. And I mean, they already know that they can't control me. I was already saying, even on Facebook, I am not going to any big businesses. I can go to the small businesses, and I need the people. Okay, I was gonna make my own commercials, produce my own commercials, put them on my own TV show where I already have an audience that I've had for the last 14 years. Okay, all the good church people sis that gets out and vote. And I was getting the young people registered to vote. Okay. See, what a lot of people like to do is they like to stay in go into certain areas where it's just, they feel like, well, their strategy is, well, the white people vote, black people don't vote. So if I can just get all the white people in this area, they're gonna go and vote to like me. They'll go and vote for me. And I'm not gonna worry about the other areas where the black people are because they're not registered and they don't vote. But I was getting ready to change all that. Okay. And y'all see what they did. They kicked I didn't kick no fuss about it because I feel like it's just more time for me to prepare. Because everybody was saying, no, listen, those attorneys that I work with live in my area. We know that they're registered to vote, but that's what they did, right? Because they have an agenda for their school board and they want to keep the person that is in that district on there because because she's sold out. She's bought and paid for, right? I don't know how we got into that. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to prepare for something else, and it'll be for the people, by the people. And I would truly be able to say, when I am elected, I am for the people and I was sent by the people, because you have to motivate the people and you have to let them know this is what I am going to do for you. But tell me what you need for me to do for you too. Okay. What do you need in your community? And then we get together and we make our agendas. We all come up with a plan. Hell, you can't tell people if you ain't really living in the area or you ain't suffering how they're suffering. And I think that has been the issue with a lot of Black people. We sit up and we let people, and I know a lot of elected officials and a lot of people that are aspiring watch me because I hear them regurgitate verbatim what I say. But I mean, all you got to say is, I like Tamara, but they ain't going to say that. Okay. But it don't really matter because they ain't in my district. But I am for the people and I'll be sent by the people. Okay. And then we're going to take the resources back, because all of the resources that come into our communities, into the Black communities, it ain't nowhere in the world that it should be crime infested and drug infested, or the kids shouldn't have nothing to do. They have millions of dollars that come in, because the higher the crime the rate, the more funds you get. But they know Black people are not going to look into that. Okay, so they're able to take the money and funnel it back to them. Okay, basically steal it. And these are Black politicians. Okay. And so and whatever else they do it, they're gonna be loyal and change policies and do things that are gonna be beneficial and give contracts to the people that help to put them into office. And it's definitely not. They don't look like you or I. Okay. So I don't know how we got into there. We have to do something different. But don't change anything. It's not going to change anything about like how I feel. Because when I started talking to some of the people that watch my show, my gospel show, some of the pastors and stuff, they were so on board. They were so on board. It just did not make no sense. Like they were so on board. I even had a pastor from in South Memphis was like, well, I tell you what, I'll have some of my um some people in my congregation, and his church is not real big to volunteer if you don't raise the money. So people were coming on board. I'm glad that I did not, just because I was getting ready to do a commercial, but I kind of felt in my spirit that they would try something, because what they want to do is they want to get you in. They had already started certain stuff as it relates to the Democratic Party, but what I should have did was ran independent. That's what I should have did. I should have ran independent. Okay, because I don't mean no harm. What have the Democrats? We and the majority of us are Democrats, are registered as Democrats. I ain't talking about the Republicans. I'm talking about the Democratic Party, because more Black people are Democrats. What have they done for you? Okay. And so it ain't that they can't do anything for you. It's just that we got to make them. You can't elect people and then expect for them to just do what they say. No, you have to elect them and make them do what they say, right? You have to watch them and hold them accountable. And I think that has been the issue in the Memphis area. And all Democrats that are in office are not bad. Let me just say this. And all Black people are, because there are white Democrats. And I think Black people have an issue of voting based on race, which is our downfall too, because you have a lot of Black people that get into office and they so bought and sold out. They're scared to do anything for their people. And then you get a white person that is their own person. Okay. They get in there and they'll do more for you. Okay. But they're supposed to do everything because they work for you. And a lot of people don't know that. They're supposed to do everything that they say, because people forget that they work for, we elect them, right? Anyways, um He said black folks don't vote. I'm telling you, like they put that in black people's heads, like, well, you know, your vote don't count. That's something that they like to put into the atmosphere so that black people will not get out and vote. Your vote definitely counts. 100%. 100%. Um, anyways, says Dwight Howard X. Okay, so y'all know Dwight Howard. We're gonna talk about Dwight Howard so we can talk about Big Jook and Teasy. Okay, we always talk about the good stuff last. All of it is good stuff, but y'all, Dwight Howard is really messed up. Okay, Dwight Howard was a NBA superstar. Dwight has made a lot of money, definitely multi-millionaire. Um, and we saw that Dwight was in the news. Like for a long time, we thought his baby mama was crazy, and that's because he was a beloved NBA star, and people felt like, you know, she was just lying on him. Even his wife said it because she was mad because she wanted him. Then you know, there was things that started to come out about Dwight, and we don't have any issues with anybody's sexuality or anything like that. But you know, you started to have other, you know, men of the same gender to come out to talk about the relationship that they were having with Dwight, and he never denied it. Okay, he just said, "I'm definitely not talking to any of you all about where I put my pita." Okay, hey, that's definitely fair enough, right? Because we don't want to know. But I think it maybe was heartbreaking for some of the women, because that he was definitely like a serial woman dater, okay, a serial baby daddy, okay, because he got kids with a lot of different women, okay. And so, but they all said that he never treated them right, okay. Now, Royce Reed, who's on Basketball Wives, that's his oldest son's baby's mom. Remember, her son was in the news that she has by Dwight. You know, for, you know, raping another child, for essaying another child, right? He definitely has issues. I think she said she tried to get her son some counseling, but she hinted at it was some stuff that went on with Dwight that may have made her son like that. Um, and hey, it's crazy, right? And so Dwight Howard's wife was defending him fiercely against Royce. Okay, we know Royce was in the news and all of that, and she was defending him fiercely. Okay, saying Royce was bitter and all of that, and now, okay, months later, here she is. Okay, Lord Jesus, I tell you. I always, hold on, you guys, lose something because I'm always doing something. Um, here his wife is right here. Okay, here she is. She's screaming and crying, begging for help. Okay. Dwight Howard does not want a woman. Okay. I don't know why he keep being with him. I guess so he can do him dirty, take his hate out on him. But hold on here.
It, to know me, you know I am so prideful and so private.
This is his wife.
It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. My marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through just, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. the stuff that I have to go through with the kids, I have to be witnesses to. I'm in the police at the house. They ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love with my husband. I don't want him to get in trouble. So of course I'll be his alibi, but this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I have been with this man for 14 months. I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband. But the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all over nothing. I keep telling people he needs some help, y'all. I live with him. This is not him. This is not Dwight. This is trauma. This is everything he's been through, but just not the kids. I have to advocate for the kids. And I can't go down for what he's doing. So they took our daughter. And I'm just sitting there like, do I speak up? Do I be quiet? What do I do? But I caught this man. I caught this man forcing our 12-year-old son to cover for him, his son, to cover for him. He had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help. And ain't nobody want to fucking listen because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. Some help.
He on cocaine.
This shit right here, I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you're lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like how everybody else did this, man. But I got to protect myself now. I'm uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what is going to, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. This man has the money. This man controls it all. And it's not about no money. I've been with this man for 14, 15 months. I never asked him for $1, nothing. I'm not on the credit cards. I just love him for him. But this shit is going too fucking far. And I'm so embarrassed. And I gotta even I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I heard my stepson being coached to lie on me, I gotta protect myself now, and I know it's supposed to be through sickness and health, but this shit is scary. This is why I'm losing my fucking marriage. Because the money, y'all didn't want to help him.
Now she blaming everybody else. Okay. She need to blame herself because Royce Reed, that's his oldest baby's mom, tried to tell her that that man was on coke to the cane. He on that cocoa. Not only that, but the man is down low. He on the down low. You know, the reason his boyfriend came out because he said they were living together. He said that they were living together, and for him to be parading around with this lady, you know, talking about he was engaged to this lady, it was, you know, hey, it was devastating. And you can't blame the man. You think that you got a life with somebody. I don't care whether you're gay or straight. And all of a sudden he's parading around with a woman talking about he's about to get married just out of nowhere. You heard her say, what she say? She's been knowing this man, what, 17 months? So you go marry a man that you only been knowing 17 months and you've been married to him, what, for almost a year? That means she married him within months. Why would you marry a man within months? You don't even know him. 14 months. Okay. So she been married to him a year, or maybe almost a year or something like that. So she has not been knowing. That's just a year and 2 months. Okay. So she ignored that a man comes out and shows proof that they had been living together. This is a gay man. So of course he's got a lot of issues going on because he's this big basketball star. He probably don't even know how to live in his truth. His oldest baby mama, their son was arrested at 14 years old for essaying another child, for making a little girl give him fellatio or something. And she says that their son is like this. She hints at it's because of Dwight Howard doing something to him allegedly. So when Royce Reed writes a book, he has the money to stop her. He strips her financially of everything. He stops paying her child support. He threatens to take their child because she's talking. So he makes her look like this bitter baby mama because he's this beloved basketball star that's obviously has issues. So I mean, hey, now he's coaching his children. He got all these damn kids. Why are the other children's mothers allowing those kids when it's obvious it's something wrong with Dwight to even be in the household with him? So his wife, she's talking about our daughter, she does not have not one child with them. So she's calling his kids hers, in which it should be like that. But lady, you don't even know the damn man. So you don't even know the kids. You only been knowing them 14 months. So it's going to be easy for him to coach his kids on you. They don't know you just like you don't know them or your husband. So she said, I'm talking about, it's not about the money. I'm not on the credit card. She over there taking all that and she ain't getting no damn money. So she she's on some mental meds too. Okay. And I'm not saying you take stuff for some money, but what is she there for? He's not lovable. He's a drug addict and she ain't getting no money. So that means she's slow. Okay. It's something. Is it just to say she's married to Dwight Howard? Because when she married him about a few weeks after they got married, remember she filed for divorce about a week or two after they got married. I mean, she didn't even know him. Okay. So it's hard for me to feel sorry. Now she want to blame everybody. They won't give him no help. So she gonna stay and she gonna let Dwight, probably gonna go missing because she done got his stash. Okay. He probably don't even care about her showing the stash. That's a lot of cocaine. He gonna be mad because he want his cocoa. He wants to put some stuff up his nose. Okay. And now she jumping all on live showing it, talking about he's coaching our daughter to lie on me. He want her gone. And if she too, you see how weak-minded she seemed. He done did everything and she won't leave. So now he coaching the kids to tell lies on her. The only thing he knows is to get her ass put in jail. And she's still sitting up talking about they won't help him. Lady, you need to run and divorce him and get some of his damn money. You was dumb enough to marry him without knowing him. He done put you through hell. You at least deserve some for sitting there with a gay man that's been putting you through hell, that's sick. But you did it to yourself. Okay? She there for the money. Basically, she be a damn fool. She need to leave him and take some of it. But they say he don't mind putting hits on them women. So I really can't be, I don't know how to, I don't know how to rationalize nothing. Because if she saw him doing it to his other baby's mamas, Royce was just bold and boisterous enough to talk about it. She had a platform, so people knew her. Okay? Dwight is not going to be happy until he's able to go and live with his boyfriend and be open about it. What he'll understand is like people are more accepting now of athletes being gay. But I can't understand these women putting themselves in these types of positions just for some money. Okay? They put themselves in real bad positions just for some money. And I'm gonna tell you something. These athletes now, they really, really, really have um they have issues. A lot of them do have issues, not unless they come from um like a real firm foundation, have a firm foundation. It has to start in their background, in their upbringing, and even still, okay. Once they go pro, okay, a lot of that goes out of the window because they have people kissing their butt and people praising them. And then if they don't have some type of firm foundation, they will start to believe that. Okay. They'll start to believe when people are hyping them up. And here's the thing you have to be careful about. When people are praising you and you believe, you have to be careful. Okay, because when you digest all of that, you ingest all of that, you let it get to your head. When people are praising you and you believe that, you'll start to believe it when they start to tear you down. Because believe it or not, the same people that praise you, they will start to tear you down. So that's why there has to be some type of firm solid foundation. And a lot of these athletes come from the hoods, and they come from backgrounds where there have not been, that it's not that. And so that's one of the reasons why, you start to see they don't take it too well when they start to tear them down. Okay, because they start to believe the same media, that praise them, they start to believe them also, what they say about them when they tear them down too, right? Because they don't really know who they are. But Dwight Howard been needing some help, but she all on that snot and boogers, running all out her nose, spit and slob running, big slob running all down her chin. She was just talking about the other girl months ago, talking about she bitter because he married me, he didn't marry her. Lady, you only knew him for 14 months. He had been in the media with all of this controversy as it relates to his kids' mamas and as it relates to his boyfriends. Okay. And if I saw it, I know she saw it. Because the first thing women do when they meet a man, they go and try to see what they can see about them on social media. Okay. And all of his stuff was all over the media. She talking about my name ain't on none of the credit cards. And it ain't about no money. So why she there? Why she taking all that? She couldn't love a man that she don't know. She don't even know him. So that man don't want her there. So she catches him and she records him because CPS has been to their home 3 times. He's coaching his daughter, not hers. They don't have any children, on how to lie on her. So if you got your children lying on your wife to CPS, what's gonna happen? Your wife gonna get arrested. She trying to love him through that. Hell, you got folks that's on cocaine that don't do stuff like that. He don't like her. Okay, she won't leave after all he done did. She still won't go. So he's saying, I got to get her sent to jail. And she's still trying to blame everybody else. She blamed the cocaine. That man know what he doing. Okay, she need to let him go on. I bet she was dumb enough to sign a prenup too. Okay, but I don't blame him. I would have made her sign one too. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that's weird. Let me see something. Let me show y'all something. I think Royce posted something. Um I think Royce posted something. Okay, here it is right here. This is his first baby's mother, who she was saying was bitter a few months ago because she had the ring and he married her and not her. Okay. This was what Royce has to say.
Everybody else's fault? Wow. So you just don't think any of us fell for the antics either, right? None of us fell for the narcissism. Are you crazy, Amy? Amber, you called me crazy, right? You said I was jealous. You said I wanted him when it's always been about the damn kids. And now you want to sit here and cry and sit here and be like, it's because of what everybody else did to him. No, it's because of what he does to people. I was just first. I was collateral damage. Let's call Royce crazy. And people will believe it because I'm baby Jesus. Until you do right by me, it's always been about the kids. Now you want to speak? I'm still blocked up, so I can't see what you're saying. But now you want to speak because he brought you into it?
One thing for sure, let me tell you something. And I'm saying this as a woman. One thing that women have it bad about doing, especially when it comes to a man. Okay, and I'm kind of firm on it. I don't do it. I don't even let men talk about past relationships to me. It does not give me any gratification to hear a man talk bad about a woman that he's dated in the past. Because when he started talking bad about it, it kind of lets me know that he still want her. Okay. But one thing women have it bad about doing is saying they tend to do other women real bad, very inconsiderate, especially when it comes to their feelings. And I've kind of gotten a little burned, you know what I mean? Because especially if I was talking to a guy and I found out that he was still in a relationship with another woman, yeah, I mean, it's good. Sometimes you will shut that off, but sometimes it's good to. I'm not saying that you're supposed to believe everything that's saying, but you know you can eat the fish and spit out the bones, okay? Because sometimes they can give you some insight on some stuff. I'm not saying you're supposed to leave him based on what she says, because they mix lies into it. But what I'm saying is it's good to listen and put it in your back pocket a lot of times, okay? Put it in your back pocket. But a lot of times women go crazy if another woman is, especially if it's a baby mama, and she said, well, he did me like this and he did me like that. First of all, their minds, it never crossed their mind, why is this lady so emotionally involved with him? Why is she kicking up fuss? The child is 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, because anything under 5 years old, you taking a chance anyways, because he's still sniffing around there. Okay, that child is too new. Anything 5 and under, that's a new child. You taking a risk. Okay, but if they up in age like that, she ain't got no business being that emotional. Because number one, she wouldn't have an attachment to him if he wasn't messing with her. He ain't even supposed to allow. He's supposed to be so far removed other than his child. She can't even have no attachment to him to be emotionally unstable as it relates to him and other women like that. A lot of women don't think like that, but they're so happy to be the new woman. You know, I think I tell y'all about my cousins, and I used to always tell my friends, okay, because you know a lot of my friends, especially that came out the hood. I mean, they're nice looking dudes. They carried themselves well. They had nice cars. They had money. They was out in the street. Okay, and unfortunately, a lot of women like that fast money. Okay, but a lot of fast women come with that money. You're gonna have to deal with that, right? And I used to always tell my friends, let me tell y'all something. I don't recommend y'all messing with my cousins because they make fast money. They out in the street. Yes, they take care of their women, but I'm going to tell you something. They don't like nothing better than a new woman. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't recommend it. I'm not going to want it when Hey, when the tables turn, because they don't like nothing better than a new woman, okay? I don't want to hear nothing because I don't talk about my cousins. I'm not going up against them, okay? You my friend, I'm not going to go up against you, but I'm not going to go up against my cousins now because I'm telling you that they ain't right, okay? So stay away from that. But a lot of times a woman would think that their twat got platinum on it. And most of their twat is the same, okay? They just want to see and experience what you do in bed. That's all. Okay? And as old as women are, the older they get, it seems like it's still the same. They be such in competition with other women. I don't even like women that are male identified. They've been hurt so much and they are not able to identify that it was the men because of they no good asses that hurt them. They take it out on the other women. Well, if it wasn't for her, nah, if it wasn't for him, because he didn't have to go messing with that woman. So they point the finger and they hate other women because they feel like all of my hurt come from bitches. Them messing with them bitches. They knew he had a woman. Now he knew he had a woman. Okay? And so what a lot of women like to do is when they get their 15 minutes, everybody with these men with this fast money, it's just I can't understand. It's the broke ones doing it now. These women struggling. These women out here bad. Even the broke ones out here, they letting them get away with murder. Okay. But everybody get 15, they get their 15 minutes with these dudes that's getting this fast money. And what they like to do is poke at the other women. She mad at me. Okay. She mad at me because he with me now. He didn't want me. Well, I mean, the other girl probably just reaping what she sowed because it's like a repetitive cycle. Okay, she did it to the girl before her. But these women better start using their brains when they get through talking about me. And they don't know nothing to talk about as it relates to me. Okay, because I've never been a loose woman. Don't nobody really know anything about me other than the lies that they tell. Some of these ones so delusional, they lie like they've been up under me and ain't never even seen me. Okay, they lying like I didn't offer them some money. I'll kill myself before I'll go as far as saying I'll kill myself before I ever offer a man some money to mess with me. Because that means I'm down bad for real. And you know that's a big thing to say. Okay? But these women better start using their brains, okay? Go and get your own stuff. What is she getting out of it? He don't even think enough of her to get her name on, put her name on the credit card. She ain't even got no credit cards. He ain't doing nothing for her. He said, you see, that's exactly what Clarissa Shields is doing. Papoose is making a fool out of Clarissa. Hey, although she might be making a fool out of him, let me just say this, because Papoose being around Clarissa is hyping her up. Now, Claire, her and Papoose situation is making her more famous. I'm sure it's putting her out there. Okay, but I mean, but you could tell that. I mean, I think with Clarissa, I, I think Clarissa has been on the slow bus. You could tell that it's something like you could tell she's a little touched. Okay, and yeah, I hate that. She's definitely making herself look like a fool because she's sitting up showing her ring. I wish Clarissa, but she's off. She ain't got the right people around her because why hasn't anybody pulled Clarissa to the side and said, listen, you're destroying your image by sitting up talking about you are engaged and showing your ring to a damn married man. Papoose is a married man. And she up here talking about that they are engaged and showing her ring. Remy has pulled back their divorce papers. They say him and Remy both playing it, and I can't believe it because it's something that's not there. It's something missing. I think she's a little touched. I think she's a little off. And it's obvious that Papoose is not that into her. Okay. Papoose was all over Remy Ma, and I think he still want Remy Ma. And I don't think that Remy Ma wanted Papoose anymore. But since Papoose is getting he's coming up off of Clarissa, Remy Ma pulled back that divorce because the issue was Papoose didn't have no money coming in. Now Remy Ma looking at his come up. Okay, he's the new Don King. Okay, so Remy Ma pulled that divorce back. I think they both. I think it's a hustle. Okay, she said, okay, now he gonna bring some money in. She's sitting up, and you could tell because she's trying to like replicate everything that Remy Ma, her looks, all of that. Okay. So what she's doing is unfortunately she's making Papoose more appeasing to his wife. Cause I mean, it don't take that long to divorce nobody. First of all, she never should have got into a situation with him until he was divorced. And that's another thing that women do. Okay, they'll go and a man will tell them, I'm going through a divorce, and they'll jump into a relationship with him. Why would you want to get into a relationship with a man that is not all the way divorced? Because what happens when he changes his mind? So you have to understand when there's a history, there, a long history of men, the first thing men will say, I'm getting ready to go through a divorce. They all say it when they want to cheat. Okay. Then they'll turn around and get you emotionally involved, and then turn around and then try to figure out a way to keep you around as the side chick by saying, well, I got to go back home I'm just going back for my kids though. And you got women that accept, well, he only went back for his kids. Now he went back because he wanted to go back to his damn wife because she took him back. He wasn't there to begin with because she kicked him out. Some of these women act like they got a hole in their damn head. Okay? A man takes care of what he loves and cherishes. They put their money where their heart is. Okay? And if he ain't got none, he gonna go get some because he don't want his woman stressed out. He gonna go get some and put that money there. If he taken from you, he ain't got no love for you. Period. Because he'll have another woman that he want to give everything to. He'll take from you to give to her. And that's what these women better understand. No man, whether he's broke or not, if he wants to, he don't want to take from you. It's going to stress him out because he want to give you everything. That's how men are built. When you got some of these divas that sit up talking about financial, you supposed to take care of me. Okay. Y'all see how the Holy Spirit stepped in when I got ready to start saying some bad things. Lord, I sure thank you, God, working on me. Okay. But I don't know what to say. I'm sure he made her sign a prenup. Then she might have to sign somewhere. If she talked about their relationship, she definitely walks away. I mean, it ain't no telling. She's so stupid. She dumb. It ain't no telling what's in that prenup. And if she try to contest it, she might go missing. Because everybody done told you how ruthless this gay man is. He's mad because he wants to go be with his boyfriend. She's sitting up talking about she want to love him through his pain. You can't love no damn fool through their pain. Why in the world would somebody, you don't even know him long enough to be wanting to love him through his pain? Let him, he got enough money. He need to go get him some help. The only thing he can do is traumatize her like he doing. He trying to get her put in jail so he can go live with his boyfriend. And because she don't want to leave his house. And she's so crazy. She been knowing the man 14 months and said, our daughters, our sons. Do she think that his children is going to have more loyalty to her than them? They don't even know her. That's somebody he just brought home. Ooh. Lord have mercy. How old is she? I don't even want to know. Anyways, Royce Reed, when she was talking about Royce was jealous and all of that, that's why I say you have to watch you need to taste your words. before you spit them out. How did my grandmother used to say it? She used to say, you need to taste your words before you spit them out, because the wind might blow the spit right back in your face. Okay? You taste your words before you spit them out, because a strong wind might blow it right back in your face. And it looks like that spit and that venom that she was spitting out about Royce just a few months ago, that wind, that strong wind has hit and it's right back in her face. Okay. And she's still gonna be with him because she blaming everybody else for him being on cocaine and for him doing all the stuff that he doing. He doing it because he want to do it. I said that before I even saw what Royce said. So, child, whoever telling her to stay with him, they're not giving her good counsel. She ain't even been with him long enough to even go through nothing with him. A lot of people try to use the sanctity of marriage, and marriage is a bond, it's a covenant. Child, everybody that's married ain't supposed to be married. They were not even supposed to be married. That's not even the person that God had even wanted you to be with. That's something you went and did on your own. Okay. A lot of these people went and had sex and the sex was real good, or they looked at a person for what they had and they went and jumped and got married to them. Now they're going through hell. Okay. And when she get through in the end, he's still gonna leave her for a man because that's what he wants. That's what he wants. Anyway, Black Barbie says, just because you see a situation that you can take advantage of, it doesn't mean take advantage of. Well, Clarissa, you're right. Papoose has seen a situation that he could take care of, and everybody already saying that they don't think Papoose is gonna get out alive. Okay, let's pull that up since we're talking about Clarissa and Papoose. People saying they don't think Papoose gonna gonna get out alive. Okay. They don't think he gonna make it out alive. Y'all, we shouldn't talk about. We're gonna pray for Clarissa though, because I mean she don't have it all.
This is which one? Pick one, basically. Okay. So, go at the same time. Happy birthday to you. Okay.
Wait a minute, y'all. Listen, y'all, did Papoose always look like that? Because I'm thinking about when he was on Love and Hip Hop. Did he ever smile, or did he always look like he was a little slow too? Because you never see him smiling or nothing like that. He always looked uncomfortable. Did he look like that? I'm trying to remember him being I'm trying to remember him being on Love and Hip Hop. Looked like he smiled sometimes when he was with Remy and that baby. I don't know. He looked like a little boy that jumped out the slow bus now too. Oh my God, y'all, look.
Like I told y'all. Halfway the rest of this is what I'm doing. We're going to start with this card first. This is which one? Pick one, basically. Okay. So, go at the same time. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they're special. Yeah. Okay. Which one? Okay. Go to the race room.
Gotta show her what he missed out on.
Oh, and then the first one you picked. The first one was right.
When's the last time you've been on the subway?
This one gonna be good. Don't tell him nothing, Mandy.
Now look, she about to give him a whole lot of money for his birthday. Look, you said he perked up when she said his money. Y'all notice he perked up. And you notice her family don't even seem to be looking at him because on Tasha K, her family has been writing into Tasha K to talk about how they feel like that he is using her, but they dare not say anything because see, she probably taking care of them and they don't want to be totally cut off or whatever. But you see how he perked up, he started laughing and smiling in.
Man,
come on.
You
said buy the toe.
$1,000, but how you buy the toe in the 2 bedrooms?
That's crazy.
You got to right.
It's getting better. You get cute.
Keep wise on this one too. Ain't nothing in that cup. Ain't nothing in that cup. Which one? Which one?
Anyways, I mean, she's not ugly. You know, I mean, she is not ugly. She done fixed herself up, and yeah, I think about she. What is she? 32 and he 48. Hold on. Look.
Love it. Look at, you already know what I'm gonna say. Look at this love, man. Stop playing with them, man. They having a great time. Papoose birthday, man. Dancing with the family. Ain't that like a house party for a birthday? Taking it back to the roots, man. That real love too. He getting love from, obviously, from what I see. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know nobody personally, but from what I see, look like Papoose like a stand-up guy because he got people that's been around him for a long time. Just to be honest, like that's real. That's real, man. Shout out to him, man, for staying true. Hey, this.
You know I get active, she know I'm a savage. When I'm in that kitty, I be wildin'. When you in your feelings on the one, I keep you smiling. You know I get.
Well, she showed him a good time for his birthday. You know, that's something. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. Like, I think people get the issues confused. Like, okay, yeah, me and my husband went to the islands for his birthday. We doing it big for his birthday, but that's a man that takes care of me. Okay, that's my husband. Papoose is a married man. Papoose is hey Ebony. Papoose is a married man. Okay, and what does he do for her? Because according to Remy Ma, he ain't have a dime. And people talking about he put a smile on her face. She could find somebody with some money to put a smile on her face. Shit. You know, I don't know. Hey, I think Lord have mercy. I think she's gonna regret this in the end because Papoose is going home. Why did Remy? It did not alarm her when Remy when she recanted her petition for her divorce, she pulled it back. That should be a red flag. Why did Remy pull back the petition for the divorce? She had filed for a divorce. She said that's our Flinter. She looked genuinely happy with Tony Rich. What happened between her and Tony Rich? I don't know, y'all. I'm just tell y'all something. Papoose look like he a Sneaky Stevens. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now. Papoose looks like he is a Sneaky Stevens. His smiles look forced. I mean, she looked good. She upgraded herself. I thought Clarissa was from New York. He says, hell, his wife broke too. That's why he with Clarissa. That's exactly what Tasha K said. That he went and spent for Christmas. He spent Christmas with Remy Ma and said, but they always say it's the kids, right? Spent the whole Christmas with Remy Ma, and they was caught shopping. He was out shopping only with Remy Ma, shopping for Remy Ma Christmas gifts and stuff on Christmas, or was it on Valentine's Day? So I tell you. So Tasha K said her family reached out to her because they feel like she's getting played.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind either one.
Is he gonna box? Is he gonna box you?
Okay.
I'm
having a baby.
You prefer like a girl, a boy? I mean, I know obviously healthy baby, but do you have any like?
Pat want a boy, so I want a boy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind either one.
Is he gonna box? Is he gonna box you, sir?
My son probably gonna rap him box.
Oh, he gonna do both.
Little dude gonna have a hand problem for sure, like his daddy.
No, that's awesome.
But no, I think I've already decided at the age of 30 I wanted to start my family. So I'll be 31. It's a year late, but it's fine. I just want to get my 2 or 3 fights out the way, and then I want to start my family. And then after that, I can get back in shape and fight some more, and probably come back lower. You know what I'm saying?
Why is she talking about starting a family with a married man? The man is married. And it's not like she don't know it. She knows that he's married. So she's only 30 years old. She's about to be 31. Papoose is 48. He's 18 years older than she is. Okay. He's 18 years older than she is. That's something, y'all. Lord Jesus. Says Remy coming up though, and Papoose giving her the money to put into. I bet you Papoose is secretly giving Remy the money. Why all of a sudden Remy getting a Remy network? Is Papoose secretly giving her Clarissa's money to put into that network? Don't Clarissa know that if something happened to Papoose today, Remy gets everything because she is the wife? Okay, because she's still I mean, she's really like the side chick at this point. If Papoose is serious about her, why isn't he divorcing his wife? Okay. Black Barbara says they better look out for the knockout punch. And I hope you record it because you do not play with someone that is I'm telling you. He says she sounds slow. Cypress says she don't care. He putting it down on her. It's a whole lot of men that'll put it down on her and they actually got something to offer. The put down be even better when the man got something to offer. Okay. It'd be even better. That sexual attraction is just the orgasms are even more intense when you're dealing with a full man. That's a man's man. That's the full package. And you ain't got to get up and worry about no damn bills. I don't even know how you can even lay down with something like that. You have to get them away from around you. Okay. It ain't nothing like a man that makes things happen. He says this is a real life thin line between love and hate movie. Cypress says Clarissa doesn't care about Remy getting everything. Hell, she rich. Yeah, but I mean, if he dies, she can't even attend the funeral. Because if I was Remy, even though she's not with him, I would do a power move too. I'm married to a man, and first of all, I would divorce him. But let's just say I'm married to a man, we break up and he goes and he gets a girlfriend, and before the divorce is final, something happens to him. Who's gonna plan everything? Me. Me as his wife. And no, his side chick, I don't care how long you've been with her, how many kids they got, she can't come. And depending on how I'm feeling, her kids might not be able to come. Okay. Depending on how I'm feeling. My point is that's something that a wife can do. So why are you pouring all of your good oil and time and feelings and love? It's like into a empty basket, a basket with a hole in it. And the wife could have moved on, and her and her boyfriend could be sitting at the front of the funeral, holding hands. But him and his girlfriend and the family that he made with her, they can't come. And that's how it usually is. Okay. Those are the moves, and the wife is going to get everything: the Social Security, all the insurance, all of that. So there are no benefits to being a side chick. Okay. Especially when you pour in everything. She's pouring everything into this man. Okay. Whatever he's benefiting, he's benefiting from being with her. Remy is going to reap the benefits of that. That's why I said she does not have good counsel around her. But I mean, it might be worse if he married her. Why would he marry her though? He already getting everything. He getting everything without being married to her and being able to give it to Remy. Now, if she starts to pull it back, he might tell Remy, we go on to get divorced and I'm going to marry her so he can have more access. But he's already got access to everything. And he's able to stay married to his wife. Okay. Anyways. Let's move on. Okay. Let's move on. We're going to talk about, do the police know who took out Big Jook and CEO Teasy? Okay. I wasn't able to add all of that on there because I wanted to try to put Teasy on there and I wasn't able to add it on there. Okay. Yes, I do believe that I know they know who's, okay, what happened. I'll say this. Yes, I do believe that they know what happened Do I believe that Juke's unaliving will ever be solved? I gotta be honest. Well, it's probably already solved. I believe that it is solved. Do I believe that they're gonna be in an arrest made for Juke's murder? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. And I hate to say that, but I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I hate to say that. I just don't. I was having a conversation with somebody. I don't believe they're going to. It's sad to say, but I don't believe it. Do I believe they know? Yeah, I think they know where it came from. I think they knew from the start where it came from. Now Teezy's is a different thing. Teezy's is different. I believe that they knew that they dropped the ball on Teezy. Okay. I don't know why would Teezy even be over in that area considering what was going on. Why he would go over there, it had to have been someone that, because at that point Teezy was not really trusting anybody. So somebody that he trusted lured him over there. Teezy was living more so in Atlanta, from my understanding. I think we've talked about this before. And I remember somebody saying to me, who lured him back from Atlanta? Why he was over there, who lured him over there? I don't know, but I think they know. And I do believe that at some point something is going to shake with his unalive, and I do. I believe that it has to happen. It just hasn't happened. For I don't know, probably for, I don't want to say political reasons, but I really think they could they might want to cover their grounds as it relates to a lot of stuff, because they were supposed to, but Teezy was his own man. He was his own man. He took himself over there. Why Teezy went over there, I don't know. Did they tell him to do it? It just, why they haven't made an arrest yet, and that I don't know. But I do believe at some point it will. But did they tell him to go over there and try and get some information or something? I don't know. But I do believe something will transpire with that. Teezy's, Jeremiah Taylor, and Howard Barnett. I'm sure about those ones are going to be solved at some point. Big Juke, I don't think so. And I hate to say that, because you think about it with Big Juke's situation. Now, it's a lot of things that they know. There were cameras out there, there are lights and stuff out there. The camera lights, they, there was another person out there, okay, that saw everything. It couldn't be that hard to find two white trucks, right? It couldn't be that hard. It couldn't be that hard, could it? They had to have known the direction that they went in, because they went in opposite directions, right? Once they got to Winchester, those two vehicles went in opposite directions, right? So the camera lights got them. It's easy to pull camera lights. I request camera lights almost every day. And the cameras are very good. Skycam, all of that. the technology is off the chain. So it's not like it's Grammy or great. It ain't nothing like what y'all saw. That's like, I don't know what that was, but the pictures and the photos and the videos are high definition. Okay. So it says Remy ain't shit either. She said Remy ain't shit either, because if she was, she wouldn't be a part of his BS. But he is the route. But he is the route to the problem. But her hand is real heavy in it. Remy is not shit either. Yeah, I think because Clarissa, I think Remy wanted to prove to Clarissa that I can get him back. I don't think Remy wanted him back until he started getting some motion with Clarissa. And so that's why women have to be very careful, because these women help to bring these men up, and then they give them their ass to kiss. It just ain't good. It's not good to bring these men up. They need to already be up. Let them figure it out. And once they get up, let them come. If they want you, they'll come back and they'll come back for you. I don't know where these folks get it from that a man is supposed to get with a woman that can help him to come up. He ain't even supposed to be trying to be with no woman until he get his damn self right. And these women need to stop taking on these problems, and they already struggling. They got their life and their own damn kids to deal with. Why in the hell they feel like I'm a down ass woman? I brought him up, and when he get up on his feet, he gonna look back. He gonna look back to tell you to kiss my ass. Okay, that's what he gonna look back to tell you to do. Kiss my ass. Okay. And these women act like they don't get that. Most men want to get themselves together, and then he starts looking for a woman. Okay. That's how it is. Stop taking care of these damn men. You ain't no down ass chick if you take on a man. You're a fool. You already robbing Peter to pay Paul. Why you gonna take on another mouth? And he comfortable with it. Let me tell you something. When men can't take care of their families, real men, it almost run them crazy. It'll run them crazy. If you got a Negro that's comfortable with sitting in your house and sitting up under you and ain't doing shit for you, he ain't for you. He ain't for you. Okay. And that's what's gonna happen with Papoose. And he might live to talk about it. He might. You see, he already taken her to the gun range. He already helping her to find the target. And that's him. Front and center mass of the head. Okay. Because that's what they teach. So anyways, I tell you, I think Chief Davis was fearful for a little while. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why she ran out there when Teasy was killed. Okay. Because why didn't they have him? I'm sure I don't know. I don't know. Did they tell him? Were they encouraging him to go around them? Okay. Surely he knew, though, not to go around Quet if he knew Quet would look at his paperwork. So it was some of those other ones that he trusted. It was some of those other ones that he trusted. And somebody said that they was chasing him. Somebody said that they was chasing him. Okay. Black Barber says, Pap love a dangerous female, period. One with or without a weapon. One has the glove and the other one done time for pow pow. Yeah, the other one did time for pow pow. Everybody's talking about Papoose was such a good man because he stood by Remy all those years he was in jail. Women still fall for anything because, I know Papoose did not develop bluebells or whatever you call it while Remy was in jail. What is it called? Bluebells that the men get? I know he didn't. He was releasing somewhere. Now Remy was in jail all the time, and y'all think Papoose wasn't getting him none. Okay. And this is a man that's supposed to be the provider, and if he is not established as to the level that I am, I can't have the absolutely. The yoke, and and believe it, there's so many men out there that will work hard. They will work hard to provide. They will. But instead, what men are doing, targeting women that's got a lot going for themselves, hoping that they can ride their coattail. Unfortunately, a lot of women are allowing it. That's very unfortunate. Okay. He said blue balls. Yeah, that's what it is. Blue balls. I say blue. I'm thinking about the Bluebell ice cream. Okay. Right. Papoose ain't developed no blue balls. Y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, we're gonna start talking more about politics and stuff as I gear up to run for a position next year. It's a lot of things I have to do differently, but I do know the most important thing is having the right type of people in my campaign and raising money. So, I was telling my mom, I said, you know what? I done got on my show and I talked about folks selling fish plates to try and get Junebug out of jail. Now I'm thinking about that. I'm like, okay, how can I do it to raise money? I don't like selling no food though. I don't want to do that. We'll figure out creative ways to do stuff. Tams, do you believe that Juke get the boys' information on little sister? Do you believe that Juke get the boys' information on little sister? On whose little sister? Black Barbie. He said time to sell some fish plates. We'll figure out some creative ways to do some stuff. car wash. I don't want to do no car wash. I don't know. We'll I don't know, just have some campaign parties and ask everybody to come out and donate. Go in the hoods and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have the hardest campaign because I don't want any money from big businesses. I will not accept any money from big businesses because I am not gonna have conversations and sit down with nobody and they say, well, listen, we'll give you this amount of money. So what can we expect? What will you do for us? Well, here's the thing. I want my daughter to have this contract, right? And then that's why you see a bunch of cuckabug kids that get into office and they'll snatch up all the black contracts and give them to white contractors. And they do it without a problem because they're not there for the people. They're just there because they're ambitious. They want the seat. They don't want to serve. And so they're hijacking everything in our community to pay back the people that put them in the seat because they just want to be in the seat because they're ambitious. So that's why I say it has to be for the people, by the people, which means whoever is in their seat, the people can say, we raise money from the community, just like they did Obama. You had black people that never voted before. They raised money. They put their nickels and dimes together to give to his campaign because they wanted an African-American president. Okay. And that's how it's going to have to be with my campaign. And that's not being ambitious because it can happen. It will happen. I'm just confident. And like when I say stuff, I don't ever be hopeful about it. I just know if I have the thoughts, I know that it can happen. It's not anything hard. It can happen and it will happen. That's a good idea, the truth. You're right. I could start charging for ads and all of that. That's something I plan to do anyways. That's something I plan to start doing. So when they did this stuff with the school board, I was like, oh my God. And so I started calling some of the other people that had agreed to, that was going to donate, some of the good church folks. And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's a lot of stuff going on with the school board. And but I definitely had a lot of great ideas, something that I had planned on advocating for. I still want to do it. And so maybe God just wants me in another position. And it's a lot of great ideas that I had. I know now that the kids are not learning a lot of what we learned. They've stripped them of all of the programs. Do they even allow children to bring their books home? All the money that the school board, like all the budget that they're over, kids can't bring books home. They're not implementing more stuff. They're sitting up talking about, let's get those kids, those computers. Hell, lady, what you need to be trying to, we got a literacy problem. See, it sounds good, but what they're covering up is how they're failing the children. A lot of these kids can't even read. Okay. We need to deal with that, but everybody is they want to cover up everything to try to make it look good so that they can mislead and fool the people like they've been doing. Like they took all of the technical schools away. And they did that to handicap the Black children. That's definitely something. Now, these school board members be looking at my shit because they saw that I was going to run. They looks at their competition. And the people that's really got ideas and that's not bought out, they watch us so they can get their ragged asses on TV and say, well, we're thinking about bringing back technical schools. You ain't thought about nothing. What you want to do is you want to fool the people, and you look at the ideas of the people that was really going to get into office and do that. So they do that to strip Black boys and Black girls of being able to be crafty with their hands. When I was in school, they had auto mechanic, and they did that at junior high school. When I was in junior high school, we would be around there in shop taking wood and making wood and carving wood and stuff and making stuff. People make money doing stuff like that, knowing how to make stuff out of wood, chairs and stuff like that. And the boys would be around there in auto mechanic. They was teaching them how to fix cars. What they do, they strip our kids of that, so that when they get out of school, they graduate, they don't have no skills. It's not meant for every child to go to college. So you get out and you maybe go to a technical school, and then you start your business. Black boys and girls will start in businesses. They come up out of these communities, but they have to pay back the people that paid to put them into office. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What good is it to take money from power brokers and then get your black ass in office and can't do a damn thing? Okay. But I think the issue with our community is that we feel like that we are powerless. They do to us in the United States, as it relates to the black vote, what they do to the Africans. That's exactly what they do. When we look at Africa, they keep the Africans sick. They make them feel like that they're helpless. They keep them broke, busted, and disgusted. They put all types of diseases over there. You know why? Because all of the minerals and the gold and everything, they're living on a gold mine. Everything is in Africa. And so they do the same thing with us in the United States as it relates to the black vote. They want you to believe that your vote don't matter, because they know if we ever start voting and getting together and putting in the right people, we're going to own the economy. Okay. They don't want us to, they want you to say, well, I leave the politics to the politicians, because they know whoever controls the politics controls the money. Okay. And they don't ever want us to control the money or watch that money flow. We don't know what these politicians do with the money that come in. We don't even know how much money comes in. And so that's something that has to change. Okay. See, it wasn't time. And I'm not mad about it, because God is constantly doing things. And I've just been in prayer about stuff. Because oftentimes when God starts, want to elevate you, you have opposition. And people have to be very, very careful about when they try to oppose or come up against, for whatever their reasons are, a chosen person. They bring unnecessary trauma in their lives, right? They won't allow that jealousy. Look at what they did to young Dog. Look at all these people. They've been all the trauma that they've had in their lives because of what they did to him. You in your own lane, you don't have to worry about what nobody else is getting. Because here's the thing for me, I don't get mad about what nobody gets. You know why? Because I know it ain't for me. Whatever is for me, I'm gonna have. A devil in hell can't stop it. It's mine. Okay, it's mine. So I don't get mad if with that school board stuff. I was gonna run, but guess what? They did that, and God allowed it to happen because it wasn't time. That's how I look at it. I ain't fret about it. I ain't cuss. I ain't fuss. It just wasn't time. And then look at all the stuff that's going on, the state stepping in, all of the corruption and all of that. God didn't want me involved in that right now. And that's how I look at things in life now. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Make sure you all hit the like button for me. But we're gonna start raising money and stuff. And there's a position that I am going to run for. I'm preparing myself for it. I'm doing the research on it. And all of that, the research on what the person that's in the, just doing a lot of research. And then what we're going to do is we're going to revive our community. That's what we're going to do. We're going to revive our community. Because as I've said for so many years, our community is in a state of emergency, and it hurts me so bad. It hurts me. Everybody take advantage of the Black people. They take advantage of what we don't know. And what's so hurtful to me is that we get representatives from out of our community to get into office and do even worse than the oppressor have done, because they're so ambitious. They get into it. Ain't nothing like a scary person, a scary Negro. It's really sad. My dad used to always say, I put a lot of money behind you, girl. Because see, I've always been very passionate. I've always been very passionate, and I'm not afraid to speak up. I just learned when to speak up and when not to. I just learned when the time is right. Because I used to jump out there. But my dad told me that you can't do that. There's a time not say nothing. And that's what's happening with a lot of Black people. First of all, they so ignorant. They don't even know how to. They go and do all types of crazy stuff, and they ain't getting. They let them keep them out of the rooms. But then when they get in the room, they want to take pictures. God put me before kings and queens. They sit at the table and they ain't said nothing. They just want to be able to take pictures and get on social media. When you sat at the table, did you speak up for your people? Did you vocalize how your community is hurting? Did you let the ideas be known of what needs to happen? Did you? Okay, well, you're just another useless person then. And you serve our community no purpose. Sometimes you just have to let it be. You serve our community no purpose. You're a nice person, but you need to have a seat. Okay, sit down somewhere. And I think the issue is, everybody want to be, everybody we want to sit at the table. You have to fight to get at these rooms in these rooms a lot. You have to. Okay, it takes hard work to be able to lead. It takes hard work. And it ain't about leading, it's about teaching everybody that they are a leader. I think that's why a lot of our leaders are worn out. I think that's the disconnect in our community. Everybody go, well, I'm a leader. I'm a lead next. No, what we need to be doing is raising up leaders, and everybody needs to be on one accord, because having one leader is being worn they get worn down quickly. The truth, can you vote? The truth, can you vote? Can you vote? Because they say when you got uh, um, uh, histories, and so you need to go to the expungement clinic Y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Justice for Dolph must Justice for Dolph don't know the truth is in here, because if Justice for Dolph couldn't be on the internet. He couldn't be on the internet because the truth was in here. He's supposed to be up in here. He would have been in here giving the truth a hard time by now. He gonna be mad that he missed the truth. Justice for Dolph gonna be mad. Yeah, how many likes do we have? He said all his charges are nonviolent drug charges. Are they misdemeanors or are they felonies? Are they misdemeanors or are they felonies? Because if they're misdemeanors, you can vote still. We're going to have a voters registration drive. We're going to have a voters registration drive. That ain't even how Justice for Dolph spell his name. You know that. That ain't how you spell his name, so you ain't adding him. The truth, is it a felony or a misdemeanor that you have? Well, why you didn't have it expunged from off of your background? How long have you had that felony on your background for? It's chopping. So, oh Lord, the truth, I hope you ain't the hacker, because we weren't chopping up until you came in here. The truth, I hope you're not the hacker. Y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna cook today. I think I'm gonna do salmon. It's hot enough to grill. I think I want to do salmon with with pineapples and mango, and I need some zucchini. Chopped zucchini, pineapples. That's the Korean rice. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be spicy though. My food, all my food have a kick to it. I like spice, and I like that honey. I like that sweet and spicy salmon grilled. Chop up zucchini, chop up mango. You can put some pineapple, cilantro, onions, maybe tomato. I'm not a tomato person. I can eat them. I'm a country girl. Like, I get this from my mama. If I eat tomato, I like to eat it whole, because my grandma used to grow tomatoes in her garden. And so we would go and get tomatoes at the garden, and then we would clean them real good and cut them in half and take some vinegar and salt and put it in a bowl and dip the tomato in it. So I eat tomato with vinegar and, and salt. But I can't eat it on no sandwich. sandwich. I always get a sandwich. No tomatoes. I can't eat it on a sandwich. How come you don't been have it expunged? That's what I can't understand. He said, I'm an ex-drug dealer. I don't know nothing about hacking no computer. Oh my God. Yeah, it's got to be hot outside because it's hot in my house. I done got hot. Woo. I've been going. I hope. Let's see. What's the temperature? Because I hope I ain't having no hot flash. Because I ain't been having them. I've been on my vitamins, y'all. I am losing weight like crazy. I'm gonna be fine for the summer. I'm gonna keep. I'm telling you, I got on the scale. I got off of it and got back on. I was like, oh, I'm scared to eat something because I have not been down. Like I'm unbig in my back because I had gained all that weight. I'm just gonna do a reveal. What I'm gonna do is like I got pictures of when I was fat. I had gained all that weight, and I'm gonna start taking pictures as my body is going down. I even feel lighter. I have so much energy. I'm serious. I be taking my vitamins. I'm gonna tell y'all what I went and got because when you're going through when you get in your 40s, like your mid to late 40s, you start doing that premenopausal. It's when your period and stuff starts to be irregular, it makes you hold weight. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Now I am on that Zepbound. I'm just tell you that right now. I don't tell no lies. But it wasn't really doing anything. It would take me down some, but I've been going down like crazy. I'm telling you, I've been going down. Like it says when your body is healing, you start to crave like all those foods that we used to crave when we was growing up. Like I be wanting soup all the time. I be wanting fish. Like I don't even be wanting. Like I stopped when I was in Whitehaven last week, like Friday, I believe. I went to take my mama. I like to buy coffee mugs, and I was looking at some coffee mugs, and I went and took my mama some. And I bought her some mugs, and I stopped at the Jack Purtle right there. Anybody that knows about Whitehaven, y'all know that Jack Purtle right there in Whitehaven. And because I was like, well, I can get me some gizzards and some liver with gravy and fries and stuff. Great. Listen, I could not eat the gizzards or the liver. Like it just with all that flour and stuff on it, I couldn't do it. Now I was able to take the fries and dip it in the gravy and eat a few of them, but I couldn't eat no more. But then I've been craving like homemade soup, fish, like just my cooking like light stuff. That's what I've been craving. And like all that juice, I like to buy that 0 Minute Maid juice. All I be wanting is water. And y'all know I was a coffee fanatic. Don't y'all know? I don't even crave coffee. I drink coffee when I'm on here and I'm sleepy and I be wanting to stay up, but I don't even really crave coffee anymore. It was those lattes that was really killing me. It was keeping my back big because I was stopping at that what's that place on Union? And I had to have me a honey bun latte. What was it? What is it called? They just started popping up. I forget what it's called. I could see it, but I can't think of the name. I drive right by it. I don't want it. I be wanting some water. So what I do is I like to go into Marshall's and Burlington and all those places. I like to get the 2 liters and I like to get that good water because it be on sale. I go into Big Lots, I get the 2-liter water and I keep that with me. And I be craving water all the time. And so it makes me use the restroom and stuff all the time. I take those Black Girl vitamins that what is that? Install or whatever. It helps to regulate my hormones when my body's not holding on to that water weight. I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all. I want to take these braids out so bad, but I'm going to start my kickboxing class back. I mean, I just feel good. it's like once you start feeling good and you start losing that weight, you're not eating all that bad stuff. I think mentally, but then it's springtime too. Start to perk up in the spring. We get ready to start having yoga on the river. I am so excited. I got so happy. I was like, oh my God, they're doing yoga on the river, y'all. I love doing yoga on the river. I would recommend anybody. I am inviting you all. Y'all, I scared my puppy when I did that. When I said, oh my God, he got scared. When I'm inviting you all to do yoga on the river. Yoga on the river is so therapeutic. It be men down there. Bring your mat and get down there and stretch out. And you down there by the water and that fresh water off of the Mississippi River going. You inhaling that water. It does something. It helps to clear your brain. I'm telling you, it is a feeling like no other. That's the reason why I am inviting anybody. And don't come down there with no funny stuff, because you're not gonna leave alive. Okay, you're gonna have a bad day. Okay, but come down there and with your mat. You're gonna do some yoga. You learn how to breathe, meditate, and all of that good stuff. Okay. Angel Real Boss says, I did roast potatoes and carrots, cornbread, and made a homemade banana pudding. Ooh, I love banana pudding. But I can't eat no banana pudding that don't have, if it has more banana than cookies, I can't eat it. If the cookies are real mushy, I can't eat it. I love banana pudding. I have to have whipped cream and stuff in my banana pudding though. I guess I make more like a banana pie. I make more of a banana pie. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna learn how to do. I'm gonna learn how to make a banana pudding cake. I'm gonna learn how to make a banana pudding cake. I'm gonna learn how to make a sweet potato cake, a sweet potato pie cake. And I wanna make an orange creamsicle cake. When I was a little girl, I used to love coconut cake. And when y'all know, I believed in Santa Claus until I was about 11 or 12 years old, right? So what my mom and my grandma used to do, what the truth do, he ran off when I told him he was the hacker. See there. So anyways, what my mom and my grandma used to do was they would make a coconut cake every Christmas. And then they would when I would get up, I would run in there. I would say, did Santa Claus? And they was like, yeah, Santa Claus came. And I would say, what color was he? I was always fascinated. I was like, what color was he? My grandma and my mom would make up a story every time, every year. Like one year they said he was white. And they was talking about how Rudolph was on the stairs in Clementine. And my grandma would give me all these stories talking about when Rudolph came. She said he sat there in that chair, because my grandma had a chair in the living room. This was when we lived in Clementine. It's like he sat there for a little while and he had a piece of the cake. They would always cut a slice of the cake. And sometimes if it was 2 slices of the cake gone, they would make coconut cake and say, we can't cut the cake. Santa has to cut the cake. And then my grandma said one time, I said, what color was Santa Claus? She was like, no, he was a light-skinned guy this time. He was a tall, light-skinned guy. And he had 2 pieces of the cake. He sat here for a long time. He sat here so long, you just missed him. I would go, oh my God, he left right before you woke up. We thought you was going to wake up and catch him. I used to love those days. I did. I used to love those days. You know what? I was looking at an ice cream maker. I was like, I think I want to do they sell an ice cream. I was looking at an ice cream maker. I think they sell it at had it on sale at Macy's. And I was like, I need to get one of those so that I can make ice cream for my grandbaby. But my grandma and them knew how to make homemade ice cream without an ice cream maker. They would go out in the snow. They would have me to go out there in the snow when it was a lot of snow out there and get snow and put it in like a bucket. And they would make ice cream from the snow some kind of way. Anyway, Shuan, yeah, it's better than buying. Yeah, it's easy to make. It's really easy to make now because all you need is like some heavy cream, some milk. I be looking at YouTube and I mean it's really easy to make. Put your own flavor in it. It's healthier too to just make your own ice cream. If you have heavy cream, milk, and something else with all of your own flavor. Um, yep. Anyways, y'all, I'm getting ready to get off of here because what time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. Don't forget, y'all. I think the time goes up today. Does time spring forward today or tomorrow? Does it spring forward tonight or did it spring forward last night? Y'all, when does time spring forward? Does it spring forward tonight or did it spring forward last night? Oh, okay. No wonder the sun came up so quick. So and y'all, we need to pray. Make sure y'all get y'all go to my Real Talk. I'm gonna show y'all those of you all that's in here. If you are not subscribed to my Real Talk with Tamara page on Facebook, go to Real Talk with Tamara and like my page. And also, Angel, listen, I overslept the last couple of days. Also, get on our prayer line. We've been getting on the prayer line. Angel has been getting on. She's very faithful every day. ZK has been getting on. You all get on. It's been some blessings up in there. It had an Angel, the real boss. It's been some blessings just from praying and declaring and coming into agreement every morning for 15 minutes. That's what we do. We don't even be on there 15 minutes, like 10 minutes. Sometimes we be on there the whole 15 minutes. Sometimes we'll be on there the whole 15 minutes. But it's been I'm telling you, y'all, we've been getting blessing after blessing after blessing. It's been some supernatural breakthroughs. God is awesome. We have been declaring and decreeing and coming into agreement, and God has been manifesting that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So I always tell everybody, be on there with the spirit of expectancy. And when we come back, what we're going to have is testimonies. And them testimonies been coming quick. So God is faithful and God is good. Okay, well, we're gonna pray for God has put into my spirit to take it up a notch. We're gonna start coming into agreement for some more things. We're gonna add some more stuff because we've been praying for prosperity, breakthroughs, blessings, and healings, and we get ready to take it up a notch because with new levels bring new devils. So we got to take our praying up a notch. Okay. Anyways, the truth, where you at? He got out of here when I said he was the hacker, y'all. See, that's how I know he the hacker. He ran. When they run, that's when you know they the hacker. The truth, where you at? He ran when I called him the hacker, y'all. Anyways, y'all. Yep, they need to come into our praying line. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like when you got people that are genuinely agreeing for your breakthroughs and you put it out there into the atmosphere and God says where 2 or 3 agree he will be in the midst, it has to happen. It is imminent. It is imminent. Mm-hmm. anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I love you all. I want y'all to have a good Sunday. Try and enjoy your family today. Because I guess this is Sunday is the start of the week, right? We think Monday is, I think Sunday is. Try to enjoy yourself with your family. Make sure you all please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. Let me put up my Cash App via Cash App or Super Thanks. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to my Real Talk with Tamara like page on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I had a TikTok. I don't know what happened to it. I guess they hacked it and took it from me. I don't know, child. I can't find it no more. But I'm going to do another TikTok at some point. But listen, I love you all. Y'all have a good Sunday. I'll talk with you later.